Welcome Mayor Wade Kapsikevich to the ring.
100 years ago today, the heavyweight championship of the world took place here in Toledo, specifically right across the road here in Point Place in what is today Bayview Park. They built a 100,000 seat stadium because this was the Super Bowl of its time. This boxing at that time was as big as football, and to host the World Championship of Boxing would have been like hosting the Super Bowl today. So 100 years later, we decided let's have some fun with this. So we're going to reenact the fight. We have a day's worth of free activities. They built a 100,000 seat wooden stadium across the street. As you can see, our stadium's a little smaller, but it was built by the same carpenters union that built the original one 100 years ago. So there's kind of some neat history, and the beneficiaries of all this are the children of Toledo, because all proceeds go to support PAL, the Police Athletic League. There was no cost to the taxpayers. This was all paid for by private donations from Crestline Paving and Columbia Gas, Huntington Bank, The Blade. So this is free and open to the public, and it'll end up being a fundraiser for the Police Athletic League.
In the corner, Willard has to get off of the rope quickly, or he won't be able to last much longer than the first round. A third time. This time he's actually holding on to the rope. Up to a 4 count, 5 count. Dempsey once again, even before he's standing up straight, landing punch after punch, and down a 4th time in the 4th round. He seems dazed already, does the champ.
It's just kind of a fun way to celebrate our history. What better way to do it than on the 4th of July? I even went through the trouble of trying to dress like someone might in 1920, although my hat, I don't really know I think it might make me look more Amish than someone from 1919, but we're having fun, and that's the name of the game.
Let's celebrate this. We should understand our history and celebrate it. And that's part of what brought us together today. This fight was such a big deal, as Fred alluded to. They built a 100,000 seat wooden stadium across the street, roughly near where that water tower that says Toledo is. If you can imagine, the top row would have been somewhat close to where the word Toledo is. Imagine that structure over there. It was built with Michigan pine, but unfortunately they forgot to treat it. So on the 110-degree day, the sap would ooze out onto gentlemen's pants, and it made for a bit of a mess. It was the largest stadium in the United States at the time. Don't forget, the Rose Bowl hadn't been built yet, Ohio Stadium hadn't been built yet, where University of Michigan plays hadn't been built yet. The largest stadium in the country was the Yale Bowl, where Yale plays football even to this day, but that was only 75,000 seats. So across the street, 100 years ago, was the largest arena in the United States. It was up for the fight, and they knocked it down 2 weeks later. There are still some homes in the back of the Point built with the wood from that stadium. It attracted all of the celebrities of its time. Al Capone sat ringside. Charlie Chaplin was there. Wyatt Earp was doing security. This was kind of a fun event, and we just wanted to celebrate it.